To open the regular meeting of the Village of Gurnee, August 10, 2026. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Present.
Ware.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
Thorstensen.
Here.
6 present.
Stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. For the public comments, anybody that would like to make a comment about an item that's on the agenda, if you'd like to step to the microphone and state your name. David wants to step to the microphone? No. All right, there being none, on to the approval of the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien, second by Trustee Ross. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. Pat?
Item number 1, approval of the minutes on the July 20th, 2026 and July 27th, 2026 meetings. Item number 2, approval of police department request for Police Chief Jeremy Gaughan and Deputy Police Chief Jason Kalinowski to attend the 2026 International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference and Exposition from October 23rd to 27th, 2026 in Orlando, Florida, at a cost not to exceed $5,000. And number 3, approval of payroll for period ending July 24th, 2026 in the amount of $1,097,342.90. And number 4, approval of bills for period ending August 10th, 2026 in the amount of $5,166,782.04.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Trustee Garner,
Second.
second by Trustee Ware. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. No petitions and communications, no reports, no old business. On to new business. Item number 1, approval of ordinance 2026,
62.
approving an agreement for construction manager services between Camosi Construction, Inc. and the Village of Gurnee for the Gurnee Village Hall Update Project, phases 3 and 4. Pat?
Sure. So as you recall, we're working on Village Hall Update Project, phases 3 and 4, which is the public areas of the building. So the council chambers, the hallway, the bathrooms, community room, front and back counters, and then just one section internal of the building, which is some community development offices, taking 2 offices and transitioning those into 3. So we had previously approved an agreement with FGM Architects to help us get the plans together, the design together, help us bid the project. So that gets us up to the point of choosing the vendors that will actually do the work. From that point forward, staff is requesting assistance in the form of construction manager. So we've used a construction manager in the past for Fire Stations 2 and the update project that we recently just completed. And then for the construction of Fire Station 3, both times we use Camosi Construction. Very happy with the services they provide, the knowledge they bring to the table. Camosi's actually sat in on some meetings regarding the Village Hall update project and has provided some assistance and advice. So we reached out to them to solicit a proposal from them for these services. They responded back. It's similar or the same agreement as Fire Station 2, just with some information added related to the Village Hall project. They'll be the point of contact once construction starts between the village and the tradesmen on site. They'll help us as far as looking at building materials, making recommendations on that, assisting with purchasing, talk about the sequencing, and then if there's any options to fast track it, making sure everything's scheduled in the right order, et cetera. So really the experts as it relates to the construction portion of the project. The proposal provided by them is a percentage base based on the total budget of the project. So right now, phases 3 and 4 estimated at $1.5 million. Camosi's fee is 5% of that, so a max of $75,000 based on the current project budget. Again, those are just estimates at this point. Once we have the pricing in from the contractors and award those bids, that will firm up, and then at the end of the project, we'll true up as far as Camosi's portion of that. So again, been very impressed with the assistance they provided in the past and looking to continue to use them for this phases 3 and 4 of the Village Hall update.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Trustee Woodside,
Second
by Trustee O'Brien. Any comments or questions? Myla? Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner. Aye. Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. Item 2, approval of recommendation from the Public Works Department to award the Fuel Island Project relocation and replacement to the low bidder Crown Industries Limited at a cost of $804,808. Pat?
Sure. So been working on this one for a little bit. So, you know, Public Works Fuel Island is located up at the facility on Kilbourne Road. So that's the fuel for all the village vehicles, as well as some surrounding agencies that we provide fuel to, including Swalco, school districts, and then the Gurnee Park District. Current fuel island is over 30 years old, so the tanks in the ground have reached the end of their useful life. Every year when we go for our insurance renewal, we get asked again and again where we're at as far as replacement of those, because the insurance companies are getting a little worried about the age of those. So Heather and her team have been working on that project, so went out to bid for the work. So again, this involves constructing a new fuel island, so new tanks, new dispensers, all the piping, all the electrical north of the Public Works facility to get a little higher elevation, so we don't have issues or reduce the amount of issues we have when the Des Plaines River floods, and then also remove the current fuel island. So removing those tanks, dispensers, the fuel canopy, et cetera. So construct a new facility, get that up and running, and then remove the old facility so we have no lapse in fuel for us and then the partners that we provide fuel to. So went out to bid. We only received 2 bids back. We weren't surprised by that. It's in building fuel islands is kind of a specialty niche, so there's only a handful of companies in the Midwest that do that. Crown was the low bidder at the 804, 808. The second bid was Stenstrom, which was just shy of $1 million. So, you know, almost $200,000 higher than Crown. We have been working with an outside consultant that specializes in fuel construction or fuel island construction. They reviewed Crown's bid, found it to meet all the requirements that we need. They're also familiar with Crown, being that they're just, you know, one of a handful that do this in the Midwest. I've worked with them on other projects. I've been happy with the work that they've done for others. Just made one comment as far as in the past had some issues as far as sticking to the timeline. Consultant reached out to the president of Crown, talking about those concerns. He was satisfied with the response from Crown. It sounds like if this is awarded tonight, they've got all their ducks in a row as far as getting going on it. So again, low bidder meets all the requirements, received good reviews, so looking to move forward with awarding this to Crown. There'll be a second award coming forward in the future. There's some pavement and stormwater and curb and gutter work that needs to be done up around the new fuel island, so that was not part of this. This is the tanks, the dispensers, the piping, all the underground work, and then that above ground pavement, et cetera. Like I said, will be coming back kind of as a part 2 of this project.
There a motion?
So moved.
Second by trustee Russ. Second by trustee Garner.
Yep.
Roll call. All. Any discussion or comments? Trustee Thorson.
One small one. Is there any energy oversight in this project? Like a, I don't want to say grant, but I'm thinking grant. So just overall, you know, we're talking fuel, it's seeping into this, that. So.
When it comes to underground storage tank abandonment, there are opportunities for grants. So yes, our consultant will be soliciting for those when we abandon the old tanks.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien. Thorstenson.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. Item 3, approval of ordinance 2026,
63.
designating compensatory stormwater storage credits for the village's Public Works Fuel Island project located at 1151 Kilbourne Road, Gurnee, Illinois. Pat.
Sure. So the work for the fuel island project, some of it is going to be in the floodplain between the 10-year and the 100-year flood elevations. So if you're going to add any material to the floodplain, you need to show that you remove material someplace else. So as you know, the village has been removing residences along Kilbourne and Emerald, McClure for a number of years. Also have a project that's out for bid right now as far as one more house in McClure, and then the structures back behind Gow Beach. So when we remove those, that removes material fill from the floodplain, and we get comp storage credits, stormwater comp storage credits. So with the Fuel Island project, we need some comp storage credit to give back since we're building up some elevations up there. So we need to permit through Lake County SMC, show them how we're making up for that difference as far as the fill. David has kept a list over the years of how much we've removed from the floodplain. So to satisfy the permit requirements, SMC staff is proposing to use the comp storage credits from 7 properties that we have removed in the past or will be removing over at Gow Beach to make up for the 1.49 acre feet of comp storage that we need for the Fuel Island project. So this ordinance just demonstrates to SMC that here's the properties we're using, here's how much comp storage comes from those properties, and then takes them off that list so we can't use those properties in that comp storage for a future project. So basically just solidifies that, memorializes it for the permit, so everybody's on the same page.
Your motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee O'Brien, second by trustee Thorstensen. Any questions or comments to my left? All right. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. Item 4, approval of request from Administration Department to waive the formal bidding requirements and award the authoring and publishing of Gurnee's 100 yearbook to Walsworth Donning at a cost not to exceed $48,226.11. Pat.
Sure. So the anniversary of the Villages Incorporation is coming up on March 7th, 1928, so that'll be our 100-year anniversary. I've been working on a number of different items to celebrate, recognize, memorialize that historic event. One item that we're working on is a 100-year book. So the Village of Gurnee had a 50-year book done that covered 1928 to 1978, but really doesn't have anything all in one spot for the following 50 years. So some of you may know the high school published a book a little bit ago for their 100-year anniversary. So we have a copy of that book. We like how it turned out. So touch base with them as far as their experience with the publishing company, how that went, got positive reviews from the high school. So we reached out to that company, which is Walsworth Downing. I've been talking to them. They're a big yearbook producer in the United States, one of the top, and then obviously a huge publishing company in the United States and Canada. So I talked to them about kind of what we envisioned, the information that we had together. I talked to them about the high school book, and actually requested to see if that author was available, since she already had knowledge of the Village of Gurnee from working with the high school. She's retired, moved to Missouri, she's not available, but they have another gentleman in mind that's published 22 books, including some historical books, one for Addison, Illinois, that actually lives just an hour from here and kind of prides himself as a Chicagoland historian. So thought he would be a good fit for us. Donnie put together a proposal for us. There's different options in there as far as the paper and color or black and white and the cover, dust cover, all that stuff. So talked to him about that. So it came to for a book that's between 160 and 176 pages, full color pictures, glossy paper, hardcover, for 500 copies. This includes the printing, publishing, editing, and then an author to basically write the book for us. So we'll provide a lot of information to the author so they're not starting from scratch, but they'll put it together and make sure it's cohesive. You know, it sounds like one person wrote it, done professionally. We're not authors. So that total fee comes up to just over $48,000. So it's about $30,000 for the publishing and printing, $18,000 for the author fees. We think it'll come in under because, again, the author's not starting from scratch on this, and he's within an hour. So typically, the author isn't as close to the community that they're working with, so you've got travel and incidentals, costs like that. So looking at 500 books because between 250 books and 500 just adds an additional $1,200. As Donning said, you know, you want to order enough copies when we originally set this up to print. You don't want to be going back after the fact. They have the cost in there for the after the fact if you want more, and it's super expensive for additional copies. So we felt like 500 was a good number to start with. It's a long process. They estimate between 16 and 18 months. So we're shooting for April of 2028 to have the book done. because that's right around our anniversary, so about a month after, but also before they get into the yearbook printing and publishing season. So we felt like that was an adequate timeline. So they just require 25% upfront, and then the other 75% isn't due until 30 days after the books are delivered. So we have funds available this year's budget for the 25%. The remaining 75% isn't next year's budget, but actually the following year. So we've got 2 years to figure out that, which we'll be able to figure that out. But given how long it takes and how involved this is, we probably should have got started or got this approved probably 3 or 4 months ago, but here we are today, looking to get going on this. So it'll be interesting. Trustee Ross has been working to interview people, collect information, so we have the 50-year book, so I think we've got a pretty good start going, but once we get this approved back to them, then we'll get hooked up with the author and can get working on this. So they figure the author takes 3 or 4 months for the author to write it, and then the editing is 3 or 4 months, and the printing, so it's a pretty involved process. So.
Ross, would you like to solicit any help, assistance, input, comment?
It's a big project, and we're getting lots of help, and that's why if individuals write certain parts, it's nice to have an author then put it all together in one person's voice.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
By trustee Garner, second by trustee Thorson. Any comments or questions? Trustee Ware?
Quick question. This may be too soon or out of scope for this item, but do we plan to sell to the public?
Yeah, so there's an opportunity to sell. I mean, we're not looking to make money or recoup our funding on this. It's good to get the books out there. So when we get the books, talk about, I'll let the board know, here's how much it costs per book. What do we want to put on it? $20, $50, how much do you want to try to recoup? But what we don't want to end up with is, we ask $50 per book and none of them sell, and I'm sitting here with 499 books, besides the one that Mayor bought. So, but yeah, there'll be an opportunity to recoup a little
Buy
bit.
2 or 3.
497 books.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions or comments? No? Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. On to item 5, approval of issuing a Class 1 tobacco license to Mohammed Saeed Rahman to operate 7-Eleven 3688 Grand Avenue, Speedway transition to 7-Eleven change of ownership. Pat?
Yep. So Speedway on East Grand is transitioning to a 7-Eleven, changing ownership. So with that, they want to continue to sell tobacco products. So they have a Class 1, which is incidental sales. They plan on continuing to offer exactly the same what they are selling today, but with the change in ownership, they needed to apply for a new Class 1 tobacco license. They did that. Police department did all their checks, found nothing to preclude issuing the license, so it's ready for your consideration. Since Speedway has a license right now, if this is approved, we'll just transition that license to 7-Eleven, so there's no need to amend the municipal code at all.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee O'Brien,
Second.
second by trustee Woodside. Any comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Aye.
6 aye.
All right, motion carries. Item 6, in honor of Jeannie Balmas, approval of a 2026 trick-or-treating hours, Saturday, October 31st, from 2 to 5 p.m. I won't ask you, Pat, so,
Thank you.
yes. So we set this every year, and Jeannie Balmas objects, except she wouldn't object today, right? So,
No, she'd still object because she wants it in the evening.
Yep.
oh,
She wants it later.
all right. You're right. You're right, Cheryl. Sorry, we're not doing that, so. Unless you guys decide to. So is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Thorson,
Second.
second by trustee Woodside. Any comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Aye.
6 aye.
Motion carries. On to public comment. Anything that you'd like to make a public comment about regarding any issues on or off the agenda, you can step to the microphone and state your name. There being none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by trustee O'Brien, second by trustee Garner. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Yeah.